Thank you so much, Shaba. Thank you for the introduction. And I just jump into the presentation, and I try to speed up my slides and everything to have enough time for the research findings and the closing remarks and the Q&A session of this program. So, as Chaba mentioned, I'm a child rights lawyer also, but I'm not dealing with environmental issues in most of the time, and I believe that building on the foundation laid by the previous speakers, so thank you so much for Kata, Benoit, Elisa, and Gisela. It was just brilliant listening to you. So you addressed children's fundamental rights and the essential principles of child participation in environmental protection. So now I have the opportunity to dig deeper into the practical application of these concepts through the lens of social design. I believe that we have established why children's voice matter. And now it's time to explore how we can effectively integrate them into tangible, impactful environmental solutions. And I have to start with me and my personal experiences. As many of you know, this conference is a melting pot of expertise, and I'm coming from a slightly different angle. For the past 20 years, I've been a lawyer deeply immersed in child protection issues and child rights issues. And honestly, about 3 or 4 years ago, I felt that I hit a wall. I felt like I was still fighting the same battles, using the same tools, and frankly, not making the kind of progress I desperately wanted to see for the children. So I had this nagging feeling that I needed a new mindset and a different approach. So I started my PhD at Design University, focusing on social innovation design and social design. And this is how I just realized that social design is here to help me. At first, to be honest, it seemed a bit abstract, maybe even a little touchy-feely for a lawyer like me. But the more I learned, the more I realized it was exactly what I was missing. As a lawyers, we are trained to be reactive, to fix problems after they have happened. We are expertise at arguing cases, interpreting laws, and let's be honest, sometimes getting bogged down in the details. But social design is a completely different mindset. It's proactive. I have to say that first. It's about understanding the root causes of problems, not just the symptoms. It's about listening deeply to the people most affected, in this case, children, and then designing solutions with them, not for them. It's about empathy, collaboration, and iterative learning. It's about acknowledging that children are experts in their own experiences. And that's exactly the kind of mindset shift I needed to truly represent children in a way that empowers them and creates lasting change, especially when it comes to the complex environmental challenges we face. So in the next few minutes, I would like to introduce you the fundamental principles of social design, and just shortly introduce you what shifted my perspective as a child rights lawyer. So I believe these are powerful tools for promoting children's rights and the child participation, not just in environmental and climate issues, but from a broader perspective also. So the first principle of social design I would like to highlight is that it's human-centered. This means putting the needs and experiences of of the people you are designing for at the forefront. In our context, it's about deeply understanding children's perspectives on climate change and environmental issues, their fears, their hopes, their ideas. As the previous presenters of these events have already mentioned several times, what kind of perspective children have in this context. For instance, if we see from this topic from the point of view of social design, instead of adults deciding what climate education should look like, a human-centered design would involve holding workshops where children express their understanding of climate change through art, storytelling, and play, according to their age, according to their skills, their interests. We would listen to their concerns about local pollution, access to green spaces, or the impact of extreme weather, and use that as the starting point for developing relevant, engaging educational methods. So children are not just the subjects of our projects, but of course we have to involve them as many ways as possible. The second principle is collaboration and co-creation. This means working with children, not just for them. It's about recognizing their expertise and giving them a seat at the decision-making table. Imagine children co-designing, not just community gardens, not just planting seeds in a pre-designed space. They could decide what plants to grow, how to manage water resources, just mentioning a few examples. In a more policy-focused setting, children could be part of citizen juries that deliberate on local environmental policies, providing their unique perspectives and recommendation. There are many meaningful ways of child participation, and we should broaden our point of view, how we can co-create our project with the participation of children. And as I realize my dyslexia ruined this slide, so sorry about mispronunciation. But this principle is about iteration and experimentation. Social design is about prototyping, testing, and refining solutions based on feedback. This is crucial in the complex and ever-evolving field of climate action. For example, instead of launching a large-scale recycling campaign based on adults' assumptions, we should start with a small pilot project in a school, gather feedback from the students, and then iterate on the design based on their experiences. This allows us to learn quickly and adapt our strategies to ensure they are effective and relevant. System thinking is the next principle. This means recognizing the environmental issues are interconnected and complex, and that solutions must address the root causes, not just the symptoms. For children, this could mean helping them understand the connections between their daily choices and the broader environmental impact. Instead of just teaching them about recycling, we could explore the entire life cycle of products, from production to disposal, and discuss how to reduce consumption in the first place. Visualization, it's a design tool, which means that communicating complex environmental issues in a way that is accessible and engaging for children. Social design encourages the use of visual tools, storytelling, and participatory mapping to help children understand and communicate their experiences. For example, children could create visual timelines of environmental change in the community. So these are the principles of social design. I know that it's not surprising. So you have already learned all these tools, all these aspects, all these ways how we can create a participatory approach, how we can involve children in meaningful ways to the decisions and the decision-making processes, on access to justice processes. But what I've learned from social design, that it could be a mindset and it could be very, very helpful for a lawyer, not just thinking on laws and norms and regulations, but also broaden my perspective and give more floor to the children. And I think we can't find any good solution without them. So in closing, I sincerely hope this presentation has sparked your interest in the powerful synergy between child rights and social design, particularly within the context of environment protection. We have seen how by embracing human-centeredness, collaboration, iteration, system thinking, and compelling storytelling, we can truly empower children to become active and effective environmental stewards. If you are interested in the methods and the ways of child participation and social design in your field of interest, environmental and climate issues, I'm really happy to share more thoughts and ideas with you. Even you can find useful information on our website, how we work together with children, how we provide just the climate and an environment friendly enough for children to be part of decision-making processes and even lawyering and litigation processes. So thank you for your attention, and I give it back to Csaba.